Islam Makhachev versus Davi Ramos takes place on the main card of UFC 242. Khabib versus Porier, Abu Dhabi. You know the card. I think Islam Makhachev takes home the win. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why. Because he's going to dominate in every area. And because Davi Ramos is playing a game as a jiu-jitsu guy. And a well-known jiu-jitsu guy. He's got lethal jiu-jitsu, 3rd degree black belt. Trains with the Nogueira brothers, I believe. Let me know if I'm wrong. You'll let me know if I'm... You always let me know when I'm wrong. And it's really fucking... I'm joking. Anyway, I feel like Davi Ramos is definitely going to lose this one. You're talking about a guy whose game plan is to try and take Islam Makhachev down. I don't like that game plan. Your game plan as a jiu-jitsu guy into this fight is to try and take Islam Makhachev down and then keep him there. Doesn't work. Doesn't work like that, okay? He's going to be too good. His scrambles are too good. Arman Sarukian was able to get some partial takedowns, but it was like Weidman versus Yoel. Yeah, he got him down a couple times, but he just sprung right back up. And then Davi Ramos, in my opinion, won't be able to settle into any positions that are any favourable situations for him. It's going to be an immediate scramble from Islam Makhachev. And I think Makhachev actually might... What's Makhachev going to do to this cunt? I could see Makhachev doing him in. Maybe with a late TKO. I doubt it because... Makhachev does play it safe. I'll say decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if Makhachev were to finish him at some point because Makhachev has got striking. You know, he's got power. Although he doesn't throw it with good technique and doesn't throw it with the best accuracy in the world, he's got power and he throws like he has power as well. However, the last jiu-jitsu guy... Yeah. I don't know. This is a tough one, but I think Islam Makhachev gets it done. I like Islam Makhachev, man. I think he's a great fighter. I think... I hate guys that just continue to beat guys ranked below them. And this is another guy that's ranked below Islam Makhachev. He doesn't seem to take on anyone above him. I know Gregor Gillespie called him out at one point. That fight never happened. I'd love to see that fight. Gregor Gillespie versus Islam Makhachev. I think Gregor Gillespie would win that fight. Stop calling out Anthony Pettis first of all. Gregor Gillespie. That was the stupidest call out ever. Chelson did a video on this, but what he didn't mention is, you're going to call someone out. I'll take the guy with the broken foot. What? That doesn't make you look good in any way whatsoever. How was that ever going to make you look cool? Gregor Gillespie, who do you want to call out? Make a video on it. Make a video about it on Twitter. Who do I want to call out? Oh, I know. I'll take the guy who just lost and has a broken foot. Okay, Gregor Gillespie. I think they should do Gregor Gillespie versus Islam Makhachev after this one. That's a great fight right there. They should do it at the end of the year in UFC Moscow. Makes sense. You know what I'm saying? America versus Russia. Technical Russia. Dagestanis aren't Russians, man. They say they're Russians, then... Listen, Dagestanis are something else. Like, they're not Russian. I know Russian. You know what I'm saying? I know Russians. I know the look of them. And these Dagestani guys, they're just involved. They just fell within the borders. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Islam Makhachev gets this one done. So I like Davi Ramos, but as a jiu-jitsu guy, 3rd degree black belt, and when you're known for jiu-jitsu coming into the UFC, people want to see quick submissions every single time you go out there. You win by submission. If Austin Hubbard is able to keep himself out of submissions for 3 rounds and take you to a decision, Islam Makhachev is going to be able to do the same, but he's going to win the fight. You know, if Sergio Moraes, fair enough, a good black belt in himself in jiu-jitsu, at 170 as well, he was able to keep out of submissions. So was Nick Piedmont. So was David Rickles, who you lost to in Bellator. You know what I'm saying? So was fucking... Anyone else? No, that's it. I just think if those guys are going to be able to keep themselves out of submissions with Davi Ramos, it shows that his jiu-jitsu just isn't as dominant. I'm telling you, man. Jiu-jitsu, it really doesn't mean anything. Like, you can come in and... Everyone's a black belt, man. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter what degree. Everyone's a fucking black belt. And if they're not, then they're good enough to stay out of black belt submissions. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean as much anymore, this whole belt system. Because, I mean, you're talking Sean O'Malley's a young guy. He's on his way to a black belt soon. I don't think he is, but, I mean... Anyone who's had any experience in MMA, whether they've trained and got their belts or not, they've trained enough submission scenarios to be at black belt level. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean anything. I use this example over and over again. Cub Swanson, black belt in jiu-jitsu. Max Holloway, young kid, comes in. Oh, fucking rip. Takes him in a guillotine, mounts him, and gets him out of there. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean anything. You're a black belt. Cool, dude. You're a black belt in a sport with grappling without any punches or anything else. And you're wearing gi. If I hear you're a black belt in the gi, you're a white belt. I'm saying, I don't understand why guys do it. I'm just ranting about jiu-jitsu right now. Don't know why guys do it. I see Sean O'Malley training in the gi. It actually makes no fucking... I almost spilled my drink. It actually makes no fucking sense why people fucking do that shit. Sean O'Malley training in the gi, getting his belts in the fucking gi. Are you wearing a fucking dressing gown in the octagon? No. So stop fucking doing it and train full-time no gi and cover twice as much knowledge and information. I don't understand why guys are so dumb. It makes no sense. I'm fucking red now as well. That's really fucking pissed me off. I hope Islam Makhachev beats the shit out of this guy. And he's going to as well. Islam Makhachev can be KO'd. I just don't feel like taking him down and submitting him is the right move. I feel like if you're going to finish Islam Makhachev, you need to expose his stand-up and have great takedown defense. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the best move for you. His stand-up has some holes. You either need to be a more dominant wrestler, which I think Gregor Gillespie is, or Charles Oliveira is pretty dangerous as well. But you also have to have stand-up that's of the level to make him pay and KO him on the feet, because his chin's a little bit suspect, you know. But yeah, fuck training in the gi. I don't give a fuck about this Davi Ramos. Don't give a fuck about this Davi Ramos guy. He's gonna lose by decision, 3-rounder. See you later. Then can we please see Islam Makhachev stop taking on these guys below you, please? Please stop taking on these guys below you. Face fucking Gregor Gillespie. Face Charles Oliveira. Face Alexander Hernandez. One of those guys. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Oh yeah, click that as well. See ya.